Welcome to episode Who Gives a Shit of the Valley Boys. I am your host, Dave Weasel. We do not have Brandon in just yet. He is recovering from surgery, just had 2 ribs removed so he could suck his own dick, but he'll be joining us in a minute. Right now we got comedian, black man, Mark Norman joining us via Zoom. Mark, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
We got you on Zoom FaceTime, and it looks like you're walking around, what is that, New York City?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. You got your face and penis all covered up?
Sure. I'm not wearing any panties, but yeah, I got a mask on.
Well, you'd mentioned that you can't do Zoom meetings in your house. What's going on with that? Did you get evicted or what?
Well, I live in a shoebox. It's like 6 square feet, and I live with my girlfriend. She's in a wheelchair, and she's getting a little annoyed because I Zoom like 19 times a day, and so I'm just trying to cut her a quick break here.
Well, it gives her something to listen to while she's waiting for the elevator. Does she know you're gay?
I think she figured it out when I couldn't get it up all those years, but I use a strap-on.
Well, a good thing about a strap-on is you don't have to keep feeding it that off-brand Viagra everyone sells on their podcast. So you got a special coming out May 12th. You're releasing it on YouTube. Was it always supposed to come out May 12th, or are you just dropping it now because it's the quarantine?
It was one last ditch effort to see if Netflix or one of these Jews would buy it. HBO, nobody wanted it. It's a lot of identity politics coming into play and whatnot. And I just said, "Fuck it, let's put it on YouTube as a pandemic. Let's get some eyeballs. People can't leave their house, so this is the perfect time to put on some entertainment."
Nice. Yeah. So you'd mentioned that you're looking for a Jew to buy it. Are you sort of blackballed by the Jehovah's Witness community or the Muslims or the Christians, or why a Jew?
Yeah, I mean, these muzzies are pretty cheap. The Scientologists won't answer my calls, and the Mormons are all cuckoo. So I figured the Jews might have had the most coin, just going stereotypically.
Well, going stereotypically, the Jews have the most coin because they save the most coin. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but one of the stereotypes going around on the streets right now is that Jews are a little cheap. A little stingy.
I'm not. I guess you're right. That's a good point. But Jews are funny. They know comedy. You know, you got your Woody Allen, your Seinfeld, your Larry David, your Adam Sandler, your Groucho Marx. A lot of funny heaps.
That's a lot of Jews you can name all at once. It's like you're keeping a list of them or something.
And checking it twice. I know every Jew in the biz. I'm a big fan of the tribe. I wish I was one. If you look at my website, I have a whole page just dedicated to the chosen people.
Well, if you really want to dedicate a page to them, you'd put it on a free website instead of your official one. But don't be keeping lists. I keep a list. You know who just made my list? These goddamn murder hornets. You hear this shit?
Well, what's going on? I feel like that was the biggest news for 2 days, and now I haven't heard a peep about a murder bee or whatever they are. Like,
dude, that's our attention span right now, man. NASA or some Space Force, whatever the fuck, just confirmed that those UFO videos from a couple years ago are verified to be exactly what it shows in the video.
I know. So, like, I'm just stopped listening because if we can't hang on to a UFO, what the hell's what's the point? Like, is it here? Or is it not here? I don't get it. I know we're looking for a headline and we're chasing some clickbait, but like, you know, is it real or no? Or why should I care about one? If everything's a 10, why should I even listen anymore? You know what I mean?
Well, it's because nobody gives a shit. No one fucking cares. They can't leave their house. I mean, except for you walking around Manhattan. By the way, you got your mask is floating down a little bit. I can see your balls.
Well, I'm 6 feet from civilization, right? Isn't that the rule? The rules are getting topsy-turvy as well. I don't know where we're at here.
Well, did you see that the majority of cases in the U.S. of coronavirus came from New York City for everyone here?
I believe it. That's probably just the comedians zipping around all over the country.
Yeah, you were the first person I thought of. You flying around with your whole list of Jews.
Yeah, I'm patient zero ticket sales.
Man, you and me both. Although I think I sold 3 last time I was in New York. But I was thinking about doing the same thing. I've been sitting on an album for a while, shopping around different buyers. The best deal I was offered was one of these major pigheads offered half of all royalties, half of everything.
Okay.
And they basically don't do anything to promote it, but I would get to release it on their name.
Yeah, that's tough. Half is a big one. That's a big chunk.
Well, they'd probably give the Mark Norman percentage, something like 55%, but shitty Dave Weasel, they're like 50%.
Well, now that it's on YouTube, I get all the royalties and they're zero. But it's all of them.
Now you're in Dave Weasel royalty territory.
So who is this Dave Weasel guy?
Sucks.
I'm out of the loop.
Well, let's see. I'm a Virgo, I think, and I'm Canadian.
Gross.
Almost as bad as the Jews. But I've been in America exactly 5 years as of yesterday.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. I hardly ever get congratulated on that. It seems like half of the country says, why the fuck would you ever want to come here? And the other half would say, get the fuck out. But the hardest part isn't the people or the immigration system. It's getting stage time in L.A.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Everybody's egomaniac. They're up their own ass, and no one really listens. Have you noticed that? You go, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they go, oh, yeah, what was that? Screenplay? Producer? Huh? What? Like, it's tough. I get it. Everybody's scrounging because there's so many people in the business there that you're trying to claw your way to the top.
Or fucking suck your way to the top, which for guys like me, that's not even an option. But the weirdest part about, say, the Comedy Store, trying to get in with them, is when you do shows there, when you're put on the bill, you have to be seen by people that work there and actually book the comedians. And you'll tell them, all right, I'm on at 7 o'clock. You going to watch this? And he's like, yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens. And then you get off and you're like, did you see it? And they're like, no, I missed it. So
yeah.
Repeat that 20 more times. And then that's what it's like trying to get in there on their actual radar and booked regularly.
Yeah, that's a tough room too. And I know exactly what you mean. I'll fly out to do a Conan. So I'll be like, all right, hey, Adam or whoever at the store, can I run my set? And they go, oh, sure, we'll give you 5 minutes on this show. I show up, it's at 6 p.m. I'm first on a bringer before the host. And you're like, I've got a couple hour specials here. Like, I've been on Conan 19 times. I'm coming out here to do TV, and I can't get a spot on any real show. Like, it's kooky.
Man, it is kooky. That's why you got to use the internet. Comics have to use the internet more and more, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, social media, that donkey trash,
Yeah, you really do. And I get it. He's got a million comics to worry about, and he's trying to give everybody a spot. And I'm probably not selling tickets. But those produced shows over there are killer. That Comedy Chaos that Tripoli does, that's one of the best shows in the country.
Oh, totally. And if you were to, if you look at the bill on any one of his shows, if you were to spend the kind of money on tickets in, say, Winnipeg or Louisville, Kentucky, or Columbus, Ohio, it would cost you thousands of dollars to eventually see all those people you get to see in one night on any given Tripoli show, or really any night at the Comedy Store. Any given night at the Comedy Store is just like that.
Yeah, and it's like all those people could sell out a theater or an arena, whether it's Rogan or Sebastian or D'Elia or Segura or Kreischer. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's like these people could do, a benefit at the Staples Center if they all put their shit together.
Definitely. And if not the Staples Center, some of the mid-tier comedians on that bill could easily sell out the biggest arena in, say, Missouri or wherever.
Yeah, exactly. So it's quite a deal. And then people get pissed like, oh, it's these white men every night. You're like, well, they sell tickets. I don't know. You sell some fucking tickets.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while. My first ever, the first time I ever did a produced show at the Comedy Store, I reposted the little flyer they had for it, and someone right away was like, oh, look at that. It's all white men on the bill. What's your problem, Dave? You hate women? I'm like, what the fuck? I have no power. I have no pull over who's on the bill. I mean, if it was up to me, it would just be me and then me again and closed out by me. So, yeah, I guess it would be all white men if it were up to me.
Right. Not to mention, I feel bad for the booker because he's got to deal with all that shit. Then he's like, look, you cunts, I book Ali Wong. She's pregnant. So I got to put her on first. And then I book Eliza Schlesinger and Whitney Cummings, and they come when they can. Like, what if they say no? It's all on the booker. Like, it's everyone else's fault but the people, Like, he's trying to book Whitney. He'd love to book Whitney, but she's busy. She's on the road, but he still gets shit for that.
Right. You can only...
And then Then they say, oh, well, put this girl on. And you want to go, yeah, but she stinks. Like, I know it's a girl, but we're trying to book a quality show here. Either you got to sell tickets or you got to be killer. You can't just be put on because you have a vagina or you're brown or gay or whatever. That would be offensive.
Right, they call that affirmative action. But isn't that how you get booked?
Yeah,
'Cause,
I'm a brown gay.
Right, yeah, that black don't crack. It just gets a little lighter at 35.
Yeah, that's when the identifying gets tricky, you know? Like, well, hey, what if I just identify as this right now? So can I do that? And they go, well, that's bullshit. And you go, wow, how can you tell me my truth? And it's all a big chasm of horse shit that we just keep falling down. And I don't know. Kooky. Sorry, I'm out in the playground. I got shit in my ass, and my dad molested me.
That'll get you on some bills here and there. We're still okay. Hang on, I think Brandon's ready to get patched in.
Well, I don't even think there's another guy. Well, is it just you with personal? What is it? Multiple personalities, or what's going on here?
That's correct. I don't actually have a partner. This was all a ploy to get to talk to you on Zoom. No, he is sadly real, as much as I wish it weren't true. He's just dragging his feet.
All right, cool. Well, I think this other guy's big timing us, or he killed himself or something.
He's probably at a Klan meeting. Actually, yesterday I posted something about that online. There's this picture going around of this dude in a grocery store who's using a Klan mask to cover his face to kind of protest that. And all I did was I said it was Brandon, and I posted other pictures of him wearing the Klan hood, but very poorly, obviously photoshopped on. And I just deleted it right away because I didn't want to have to do a forced fake public apology for it, you know?
Yeah, you can't. I do think that some of that public apology, offended stuff will kind of slip away a little bit after this, I hope.
I would think, but right now, because people don't have a lot to do, they're getting worked up about nothing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the whole outrage culture is simply not having anything to do. I am really outraged at everything Brandon does because he's a Trump supporter.
So wait, is he like a real Trump guy, or is this like an ironic thing?
Well, the stupid thing he says is, I'm a Trump voter, not a Trump supporter. So same thing. And you'll know right away just by looking at him.
It's not like a Stephen Colbert thing.
No, he's a goose-stepping, black-hating, woman-punching Trump supporter.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, at least that's the rumors I say about him anyway. But he really did say on one of the podcasts that the biggest financial strain to this country are single mothers that go on welfare.
Holy Jesus Christ. Well, so he's like a troll, kind of.
Yeah, kind of in a way that he'll say something so outrageous you think he must be joking, but those are his actual beliefs close to his heart.
All right. Interesting. But people enjoy him, right? He seems to have a following.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of like Alex Jones, but without any of the ambition.
Interesting.
So you on the outside, you're a straight white male, but you identify as gay and as brown. You, in today's world, do you dare declare what you identify as politically?
Sometimes I don't even know what to say because I hang out with my super liberal queef, and he's like, hey, this is this. And I go, yeah, this is this. Then I'll hang out with a conservative guy, and he's like, well, this is this. I'm like, oh, yeah. So I guess I'm just a loser in the middle and indecisive.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I like the gays. I always like gay marriage. I want weed to be legal. I'm saying make prostitution legal. I think everybody should pay their fair share. The fair share stuff, I don't understand why that's so. What's the word?
Crazy idea.
Well, yeah, what's the term? Controversial. Yeah, like.
Well, they'll say fair isn't equal and equal isn't fair.
Yeah, well, everybody has to pay whatever the taxes are, 5%, let's say. So the rich guy pays 5%, so he puts in a couple mil, and the poor guy pays 5%, so he puts in 200. Why are we mad now? The rich guy put a ton in. They go, yeah, but he should pay for everything. I'm like, well, he put in his money. I don't get the whole thing, but what do I know?
Well, it's kind of libertarian, but it also goes along with kind of what Bernie's saying.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, involving making rich people pay, yeah.
No. I'm saying
pay their fair share.
Your share.
Yeah, he wants people to pay their fair share. It does go up a little bit. It won't be 5% for everybody. But the point is that they pay, and right now they're just not paying. They're paying a 0% because of these loopholes, and he wants to close the loopholes.
Well, why wouldn't they have to pay? I mean, I don't get why just because somebody worked hard and figured out an invention or made a lot of money or started their own business that was successful, why do they get penalized for that? That's what I don't get.
By paying more?
Yeah, like this guy, the broke guy should pay 5%, and the rich guy should pay 5%. And if the rich guy pays more, then shouldn't he have more privileges? Shouldn't he be able to go faster on the highway or something? Like, why? I don't get why he or she pays more. Why are they getting punished for being successful?
Right. I get
I
that.
don't know. Am I nuts?
No, in theory, that's how it should be. However, in reality, it's more like they're paying 1% by this 5% analogy than they are paying 5%. So it's about.
Uh-oh, you lost me.
Yeah, they find ways to not pay taxes. Like
Oh,
Jeff
they
Bezos.
do?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's shitty. That's shitty.
But
I got it. It just feels kind of like kind of asky for after a while. Like, hey, you have all this money, give us some. Like, well, he doesn't have to give you anything, or she doesn't have to give you anything. It's their money. Yeah, but I have none, and he has a ton. He doesn't need all that. Well, it doesn't matter if he needs it. I don't need my asshole, but I'm gonna keep it. Actually, I do need my asshole, but I don't need my nipples. But I'd like to keep them, even if some guy has no nipples. Like, hey, you got two, I can't have one. I'm like, well, I'd like to keep them. They're mine.
Well, what about culturally? Because I heard you on a podcast. I think it was Fighter and the Kid, where you said that you're afraid of your own side. And as a liberal person,
I
find
that
the same way. I'm afraid of these people that take things really too far and get offended. And I find it true more and more as time goes on with this whole let's get offended over nothing thing. And
well, it's a luxury. They don't realize it's a very luxurious lifestyle to just sit around and complain and bitch about everything else. You go create something. You start something. You go help somebody. Instead of just knocking everything down, go build something.
Or at the very least, target something that is actually racist or actually sexist, where that's the intent that they're trying to project out there. Going after a comedian is profoundly stupid, yet somehow we've become public enemy number one.
Yes.
When we're just trying to make a joke, make light of something. There are racist people that you could target that energy towards, and maybe you'll make a difference. Like, go after Brandon. Brandon's a horrible person. Do it to him.
I know. It's very strange. But again, it's a couple factors. One, comedians tell the truth. The truth is funny. Comedy comes from the truth. So if you say, hey, big is beautiful, and I go, well, why don't you gain 1 million pounds then? Wouldn't you be more beautiful? And they go, oh, fuck you piece of shit, fat shamer. You're like, well, wait, which one is it? Like, you said it was beautiful, but then if I tell you to get fatter, you get mad at me. I'm like, so somebody's lying here. And that's comedy, basically. That's a big part of comedy. So I think that's why they hate it, because, we got to sit around and go, everybody's a superstar, and everybody's special, and everybody's great, and everybody's awesome. You're like, well, no, we still need janitors. Like we have to have shitheads. If everybody's great, then nobody's great. You can't just say everybody's beautiful, because then that's not the definition of beauty. And I think
there's nothing to measure it against.
That's nothing to measure. And I think it's all feelings based. That's what it comes down to. Everybody's going, that hurts my feelings, or that bothers me, or that makes me uncomfortable. And you're like, yeah, I get it, but you're allowed to be uncomfortable. That's part of life. So you can be upset, you can bitch, but like, don't call me a bad person because I made a joke that made you uncomfortable. You're just easily uncomfortable. That's a new word I made up.
Easily uncomfortable.
Somebody put it well. They said, dark jokes don't make you a bad person. It's a joke. It's made up. It's words. We're all going to die one day. Like, this is all one big dance on a blue marble. You're putting your energy into this. You're burning calories on a guy who said retard because you have a 13th cousin who's got Downs. Blow me. This isn't about you. Get a life. Go help some tards then. Join a camp. Wouldn't that be better use of your time?
I love it.
I don't know. It just feels it's all very simple, but we like to just jizz on each other's tacos all day and then complain to the manager.
Oh man,
I'm not a smart guy, but it's all pretty black and white.
I love it.
Well, and Asian and Hispanic. I don't want to exclude anybody.
I like that. I can subscribe to that philosophy for sure. But as a comedian, you could get away with believing in something Hitler said more than you can something, say, Louis C.K. said.
Yeah. Well, I love how he was lauded as this genius, brilliant comedic mind, and then he jerks off on a gal, or on himself, I should say, and then now he's not a genius. Look, if Michael Vick kills a dog or two, he's the touchdown still counts.
Right. And you could take Michael Jackson's platinum records off the wall, but they still sold as many as they did.
Yeah.
I just watched Louis' new special, and I fucking loved it. It was great. He still got it, man. And I thought he addressed the whole masturbatory situation pretty well. You've seen it, right?
I've seen it twice. I thought it was masterful.
I had to watch it on a preview screen because I downloaded it. I bought it, downloaded it to a USB stick. It wouldn't load on the TV, so I had to watch it in micro screen. So, by the way, we got Brandon here finally. Brandon, can you say something?
Fuck technology.
Oh, hey, there you are. Sorry about the cops.
That happens pretty much 5 times a day in our neighborhood too, so no big deal.
Oh, nice.
They're after Mark because he's black.
Yes, they know.
I can see that.
They've seen my dick. How about the black dick? Isn't that quite a perk? Nobody ever talks about that. That's privilege, right? All right, we're having fun.
Oh my God. I've never thought of it that way.
What, are you kidding? I think about that every 10 minutes.
Black privilege?
Yeah, I mean, you're just born with a huge dong. That's amazing. Like, that's beyond society. That's biological privilege.
And you know what?
Not to mention they're vertical.
You don't even need the actual big dick. You just need that reputation. You know?
Yes.
Because you find yourself in that club, and they're like, "Oh, okay, this guy's got a big dick." And then by the time you're in that situation where you realize it's a big dick or not, it's not your problem anymore. What are they gonna do? Say no? Maybe if they do, respectfully leave. But probably not.
Probably not. You're already there, and they're all tuned up and wet. Fuck it. Fuck that little white dick.
So, where did you? If you don't mind, I'd like to talk about your new special. Where did you film this?
Well, I actually filmed it in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. I was running this hour around for years, and nobody would buy it. So I said, fuck it, I'll shoot it myself. And I shot at the Dynasty Typewriter,
nice.
Wherever that is. What is that, Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just shot 2 shows. They both sold out, and we got some pretty high-end camera equipment and a couple of Jews, and we shot that puppy and put it in the can, and thank Allah I did when I did, because right now comedians are shit out of anal here.
Right. So you've been working on this material for a couple of years, and then you filmed it, or you've been shopping it for a couple of years?
Filmed it in January, and I've been running that hour for like 3-4 years. So it's tight as a virgin's honey pot, to quote Shawshank. And it was ready to be put down, as they say, because I was starting to go to different cities, and they were like, "Yeah, we've heard a lot of this." So I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I need a new hour. Let me put this one in the can." And now it's ready for YouTube on Tuesday.
That's fucking awesome. I can't wait. One of my favorite video clips is everyone's favorite video clip. You're probably sick of hearing this. The one you did on Good Day Cleveland or Good Morning Cleveland, where...
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Man, I have never laughed so hard in my life at anything. And
oh, wow.
I forced Brandon to watch it. And same thing. He was screaming, laughing at it.
Well,
I was on board in like 3 seconds. I'm just curious. So, what was the host's response like after the cameras turned off?
It was a little tense. It was a little awkward, but I think I was pretty hungover, and that was like my 5th morning thing that day. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm saying whatever I want. And she was a little like, Jesus Christ. The cameras went off, and she kind of exhaled, like, whew. All right, we got a real live one here. Thank you. We'll see you in hell.
So I didn't get the phone number, I'm guessing.
No, I think she's married and I'm gay, so it didn't work out. But hey, we sold out every show that weekend because of that morning show. So that was a first for me.
Oh, that's the important thing. Fuck.
Yeah, and it's also, it just tells you how unpredictable the internet is. Like, I've done a million late night shows, Tonight Show, Conan, couple specials, all this shit, podcasts. Nobody cares. I do this one random morning show in Cleveland, Ohio at 8 a.m. with a crazy hangover and a half a boner, and that goes viral.
That's about the only time anybody cares about Cleveland for anything. So, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
You put them on the map.
Yeah, me and LeBron, and then we both left.
So, Mark, can you tell that Brandon is a goose-stepping Trump supporter who just took off his Klan head to join this meeting?
I can't. You look more like an independent filmmaker.
Oh, Christ, out in L.A., yeah. Jesus.
Are you drinking?
Oh, yeah. I'm a little bit behind, so I have to catch up a little bit to really deal with life.
All right, I hear that.
Wow.
Hey, you got a Corona. See,
Yeah.
topical.
This is like, this whole thing feels like an AA like advertisement. Like, things could be worse.
Yeah, right?
You could be
But
Brandon.
The hair looks good either way, so that's a perk.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mark. Fuck you, Dave.
Your hair looks good too, Mark. Are you sure you're not half Jewish?
I wish. I might have a dabble of foreskin in me somewhere, but no, I'm full whoppy Frenchy.
Oh, French? And you're calling Canadians gross? Come on.
I know. We got pretty good bread and French press. I got nothing. French toast. French kiss. We got kiss.
And you've got cheese stands every 3 miles on the highway.
Oh, yeah. We got hairy armpitted women who smoke and drink wine.
All of that on the toilet, too.
Yes, that's right. And we give up in a war.
Yeah, that's been going on forever. That's nothing. That's hilarious. But so does your girlfriend, you mentioned that your girlfriend's a paraplegic. You're a gay black man. Is this a green card marriage or an arranged marriage?
I actually met her on 90 Day Fiance, and we both actually lived in America, but we just need to get on TV. So we just said, fuck it, we'll stay together.
Right. That's the Jerry Springer way.
No, honestly, she came over one day and we couldn't get her out of the apartment with the rascal and all. So she just moved in.
So now you're
well, at least it checks off quite a few boxes for comedy and getting on TV these days. So,
yeah,
that's a free pass.
Oh yeah, if she gets pregnant, she'll have the biggest special ever.
You'll have to get a boner for that, though.
Oh well, I have to look at some grinder first just to get heated up.
Well, at least if you're half soft, so is she, so it works out.
She's all soft. There ain't no half about it. She's like a warm cheese. Sorry.
So, are you back in New York right now? I missed the beginning of the party because I'm an idiot with technology.
No, I'm in Manhattan right now. I'm in the West Village of New York City, and it's just finished raining. And now I'm walking around in a playground, which I can't believe is open.
Yeah, they're finally starting to reopen all that crap.
Yeah, I guess so. They say May 15th, but who the hell knows? I'm sure it'll get pushed back till 2048, and we'll all just die from eating too many groceries. But yeah, it says May 15th. Then we'll see what's what.
See, ours,
we're already halfway on our way to dying from overeating anyway, so it just speeds up the process.
Well, yeah, we're a fat nation, and I like how we're acting kind of like we're heroes. Like, I'm staying in. I'm not doing anything. I'm watching Netflix and jerking off and eating my own jizz. What a hero.
Yeah, it used to be normal Friday night. Now I'm the savior of humanity.
Yeah. But I'm trying to, I know I'm out right now with my mask around my ankles, but I'm trying to, adhere to the rules. I'm a team player. I want to get through this. I'm doing the 6 feet. I'm not queefing on anybody or anything, and I'm trying. I just want to get through this just like everybody else. I want to get back on the road and, get sloppy at a bar and go get a haircut and go to a restaurant, for Christ's sake.
How do you think that's going to be for comedians going back on the road? There's going to be a lot of comics trying to get as many shows in as possible. Is it going to be harder, do you think, to get gigs?
Yeah, I think so. I think the bigger comics are going to drop down to the clubs again because theaters, I think they're going to do a whole, hey, you can only have 50% capacity or 25%, and then those people have to sit apart from each other. So I think comedy is going to really take it on the chin for a good couple months. But when it comes back, it's going to be back. What's that?
For the working comedian.
Yeah. These YouTube queefs are going to really live it up.
Why is everyone a queef? You've talked about that a little bit with us, as well as in that Hello Cleveland interview. Is that your favorite bodily function?
It's up there with my favorite words. I think it's one of the funniest words ever, and yet nobody seems to use it. So I was like, fuck it. It felt like a barn find. They find like an old Porsche in a barn that's been sitting there. I felt like queef was just sitting in a barn, and I opened the door, and I got hit with this vag funk, and I said, oh, eureka, this is a hot term that nobody's jizzing on, so I'm taking it.
Oh my God.
Does that make sense? After a while, you start to get my lingo.
I love it. Just start talking about queefing on everything.
Yeah, there you go. And then people can be queefs. That's also fun, and everybody's a Jew. If you're kind of a wuss, that's a queef. And jizzing on something means it's a big deal.
It means you like it. I like to say points his dick at it, but Louis ruined that.
I like that too.
If someone really likes it, or if they're mad at something too. It's anything that you're passionate about. That club owner stiffed me out of $300, so I pointed my dick at him. That has a different implication in today's world.
Right. That's good, though. I like it. I like anybody who has their own lingo. When I was a kid, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, and they had their own speak. And then whenever some other white kid would come in and try to talk Ebonics, he always sounded like a goof. And I said, you know what? I wish I had my own lingo, and I will never steal theirs. So I want to have my own. So fuck it, I'm making it.
Just Queef City.
Queef City, jizz it up, Jews, anal, Nazi, you name it.
You grew up in New Orleans?
Born and raised, yeah.
Wow. Now, New Orleans is very different from the rest of Louisiana, would you say?
Oh yeah, I mean it's very different from the whole country. I'd say it's its own thing.
Its own thing, yeah.
It's the Wild West. We can drink outside. We got the food. We got the jazz. We got the crime. We got the murder. We got Creole
you got
cooking.
Those late night break-ins too, right?
Oh yeah, we got Mardi Gras. I had a transvestite as a nanny, tranny nanny, if you will. We got robbed all the time. I lived in a big mansion in the middle of a horrible neighborhood, and so everybody assumed we were rich, but we just got a hell of a deal.
Yeah, that was a 300-pound dude, right? The nanny.
Yeah, he was a big guy. He was like a Terry Crews-ish.
All right,
fella.
fair enough.
Yeah, you don't really see cross-dressing little men. Why is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
the first one I ever saw was this dude who was probably about 6'4". Looked like he could have played linebacker for the Rams. Big veiny hands, like wasn't fooling anybody.
Yeah, exactly. It's never like a hot little Twinkie guy. It's always some ripped giant black dude with a wig on. You're like, dude, who you fooling here? But it's never like the sexy little smooth-chested Asian boy.
Like the ones you can get on your lap in Thailand for $10 an hour. So I hear.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty expensive. That's a pretty penny in Thailand. The prices have went up.
Since you've
been
getting
ripped off for years.
It was a nickel when I was banging.
Shit, it's inflation, man. So it's quarantine prices.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez, everybody's getting cocky now. I liked it better when they had low self-esteem and they were giving the first one away for free.
So, Mark, what's your day-to-day like during the quarantine? You wake up, what's the first thing you do?
First thing I do is I cry, and then I just sit and watch the news for an hour, and then I make some shitty oatmeal. I throw a scoop of peanut butter in there. I do a couple push-ups just so I don't hate myself. And then I will talk to the lady. I'll wash down her folds, all that stuff. And then I'll tweet something out. Then I'll do an Instagram post, and then I'll email my friends and shit like that. And I'll do a podcast such as this. I'll walk around just so the tension in the apartment isn't too bad. And then I usually get pretty drunk at night and watch some TV, and I fall asleep with my dick in my hand.
Now, how much does that deviate from your normal routine outside of quarantine?
Pretty much the same, except at night I'd be doing sets.
It's a benefit of working 1 hour a night, they say.
Yeah, I know. I miss it so much. I have no purpose in life. Before I had a superpower, it's like I used to have this 18-inch dong, and now I can't get it up.
I love that. When's the last time you've been to LA?
I was in LA, and I think early February I did Rogan again, or maybe it was January. I did Rogan. I did a couple big pods and had a great time. Did the Comedy Store, pitched a TV show that no one cared about, and I might even come back for this special just to promote it.
Right on. I work for a television network, and we're coming back to work on Tuesday. It's because the people from the New York office are coming down here because we're going into stage 2 of reopening today.
Oh, hey, congrats.
So, yeah, we're back to the shit. But this is right after our governor said we're going to stay on lockdown forever. We want everyone to live. So no economy for anyone. And then the next day he said, just kidding.
Right.
God, that was after they were storming the Capitol building with the guns in Michigan, so they didn't want that to happen here.
Wow, nobody stormed. Not in L.A. You guys will storm the Capitol with a healthy smoothie and a fresh juice, maybe a yoga mat.
Well, not in L.A., but California's got such a massive population that, in general, most people are storming the Capitol building with smoothies. But
sure,
there are enough nut jobs with guns in Bakersfield or Fresno.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bakersfield is terrifying. Even as a honky, I feel ethnic over there.
Yeah, I went to a Walmart in Bakersfield one time, and I happened to notice that they were sold out of $99 engagement rings.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gold. I hope they put the engagement ring right next to the pregnancy test.
No, they don't sell those at Walmart, just at the dollar store. With the condoms, you got to buy them both together.
Right. Whew, good times. It's good to know there's still a lot of white trash out there. I feel like brown people in general feel this weird inferiority, like, oh, everybody makes fun of us and the projects and the welfare and the whatever. Like, no, Whitey's fucked up too. We're all fucked up. Whitey's eating, dog food and fucking their sister and all this shit. Like, we're gross as well. We're all overweight and, doing meth and opium and heroin. We're garbage.
No, if you had to rank all of the stereotypes, white trash would be at the bottom of the barrel. Like, that's just the garbage, the worst of the worst type of person.
Right. Because we're gross, and also we kill people and think we're the best. There's literally white supremacists who are the worst whiteys ever. Like, you're the one representing us. You look like ass. It can't be Brad Pitt or David Beckham or what's the guy who did Thor? That hunk. No, it's always some guy who looks like John Goodman in a camo hat.
Brandon, say something so you can see his face. Yeah, that's the Goose Steppen Trump supporter representing the white race, saying he's the superior one. Right. Walk across that grocery store without falling out of breath.
Well, yeah, when I was a truck driver and I was going through the South, Louisiana, Alabama, and shit, I could go into the Walmart. Nobody batted an eye. No one thought I was one of those LA fags or anything like that. I was just one of the good old boys wondering if I was going to show up for the beer bash and the cross burning on Friday night.
Right. Why the burning, by the way? Why not just have the cross? The burning feels offensive to the Christian queefs.
Who knows? Maybe so they can barbecue at the same time, I guess. I don't know. That redneck ingenuity.
And how do you
All
come up
right.
with the names, Brandon? Like the Grand Lizard, the big butt dragon.
Wizard.
These are KKK rankings. Butt dragon and Grand Lizard. Brandon, which one are you?
I think I'm the butt lizard. Grand butt lizard.
Hey, that's a great punk band from Austin.
All right,
That sounds like it. Yeah.
Mark, we like to do a little thing on this podcast where Brandon will recite a few headlines from different places, and we have to guess where they're from. He'll explain that. We very much appreciate you coming on this podcast. We know you just did Rogan, did all these big podcasts, and then you come dipping down into ours. You'll probably get a tax break for this.
Hey, all right. I never pay him anyway.
All right. So it's a little game we normally play called Florida Man versus California Man versus Canada Man. We're also going to throw in Louisiana Man into this big today. So any of these stories, the individuals can show up at any of these states at any time. All three of them could be from the same place. So let's get started with the first one. Man accidentally sets himself. I'm sorry.
I guess what city that it's from.
Yeah, what state? Yeah. So I'll read a story and then just guess which state or country the person's from. Florida, California, Canada, or Louisiana.
Got it.
All right. Man accidentally sets himself on fire trying to fix truck.
Woo-wee. That could be anywhere. I mean, I want to go Florida for every single one of these, but I'll say California just for the odds.
Dave, what do you got?
Canada.
No, this is in Harvey, Louisiana.
Oh, I should have gone with the hometown. Damn. I suck.
Just across the river.
That was actually my uncle. Oh.
I bet that's happened more than once, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's a yearly thing. We do it around Thanksgiving. That's how we get the turducken.
Nice.
Hey, help cook that turkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hit me with another one.
Second story. Man tries to run over store clerk.
Woo! I'm going Florida.
Yeah, me too. Florida Man. That's something.
Yeah, that one seemed a little obvious.
Yes.
What happened?
The guy was got into an argument with a clerk about something with a price about something, and turned into an argument. So he hops into his truck with a trailer attached to it, circles around the lot, and the clerk's standing at the front of the store watching him, and he just starts barreling full speed ahead, takes out one of those yellow concrete posts, sends her flying into the door, and then just backs the fuck up and whips out of there.
Nice.
You know what? That sounds a little more like Canada Man because no guns were involved.
Oh.
That happened. Someone got denied entry into a dollar store, so they came back and murdered the security guard with a gun.
Well, I'm pretty sure he had a gun rack in the pickup truck. It's Florida after all. I don't think you can legally drive down there without having one.
Maybe you can get a DUI, but for guns, and that happened to him.
Yeah. All right, last story here. Man jumps onto wine truck, climbs underneath to drink from valve while going down the highway.
Oh, I'm going Canada.
Yeah, let's go with Louisiana Man. I think it was Mark.
No, this one was out here in California.
Those vineyards, huh?
Yeah, good old wine country.
Should have known.
Where it happened?
Should have known.
Yeah, it was somewhere up north.
Damn, that was dumb. We should have had that.
Well, we do have some white trash and rednecks up north too. Like once you get out of Napa Valley and San Francisco, go east a little bit, you're in the boonies.
Oh yeah, is California the most populated state? I would imagine.
Yeah, at about 44 million.
Woo-wee! That's pretty good.
Is that high? That's more than Canada. That's higher than the population of Canada.
Yeah, it's basically the U.S.'s version of Canada, so that works out. They got the same initials, everything.
Yeah, smooth. Canada doesn't. They don't. You guys don't fuck.
No, we don't. That's why. The population is just going down. It's too cold to fuck.
Right.
First with those small white dicks and the cold, fucking double whammy.
This guy's from Iowa. That's in their state flag. It's just a limp penis with a cornfield.
It's a state bird.
All right, Mark, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, all
Stay
right.
safe during the quarantine. Where do we find you online?
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me. I'm on marknormancomedy.com, one word. That's my website. You can find all my jizz on there. And then I'm on Twitter @MarkNorm, Instagram @MarkNormand. And check out my special, Out to Lunch, on YouTube on Tuesday.
Man, I can't wait for that. Legitimately excited.
Yeah, same here, man.
Thanks, guys. You guys are fun. You guys are nice, and we're all gay.
Yeah.
Oh, super gay. All right, virtual sword crossing. Everyone pull your pants down. We'll stop recording, and then we'll pull the pants down.
Wait,
All right, it's a date.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mark. Stay safe during
Thank
this
you.
quarantine.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you, man.
Praise.
Yeah, have a good
Thank
one.
you.